the studio live, I have Kirsty Pendlebury and David Scott, who are here from Portsmouth RNLI, because we're going to be finding out about, I think this is one of the events of the summer, tug of war in Portsmouth Mary. Kirsty, this has come around again because this is something that you've kind of struggled with in the past because of the weather, haven't you? This tug of war.
Yeah, it was meant to happen in May, and the weather had other ideas. And to be fair, after you take that chance of we'll postpone it, and you think, oh, really hope the weather is bad now, because otherwise we've postponed it for no reason. But yeah, I don't think anybody would have been wanting to be out in that day in that weather.
I know, as fun as it would be. So, David, I want to know first of all, then, tell me a little bit about the history of this event, how it came to be again, because it's inspired by a lovely little story, isn't it?
Yes, well, I was sitting down in the boathouse with some of the guys, and we were talking about what we could do, and someone said, we've got this tug of war trophy, and we haven't used it for about 4 years, I think. So we thought that would be fun to do. And then I thought it would be useful if we could get the whole island to work together, all the different RNLI teams on the island, the crews, to start a combined all-island event. And that's what it's grown from, really. Chapel Bay is a perfect place to do it because it's an amphitheatre, so you've got a good view, you've got nice sound, good sand. And we've now got all the lifeboat crews from the island involved with the competition, and we've managed to open it, of course, to all sorts of sporting clubs. So it's a real all-island event, and we'd like to build it into something very much like the Castletown Tim Bath race. So it's an annual event that people come and enjoy.
Oh, I can imagine, because tug of war events are always so much fun, aren't they? Just the energy that you get from people. And I'm sure with the different people taking part, there will be some great camaraderie and some real competition going on.
And it's very different because it's on a beach, and if you've done tug of war, doing it on sand is not the same as doing it
dig in.
Yeah.
Which is so funny. Can I just check? So this trophy, am I right in thinking it's a hand-carved thing of beauty? Tell us a little bit about it.
Yes, well, Kirsty, you were around when it was carved, I think.
Oh, just before, I think. But yeah, it's basically it actually goes back as far as the 80s. There was a crew member at the time called Terry Kelly, and when they decided to create this event, which used to take place on Portsmouth Mary Lifeboat Day, the tug of war, he created this trophy, which basically are two hands pulling on a piece of rope, and it's all being carved out of wood, which is just beautiful. There are there've been 3 events already, and the Nomads won all 3. So yeah, we have them this year to try to keep their claim on that trophy. So we're hoping that some of the other teams, and there are still some spaces, so if you're interested, please get in touch, send us a message through Portsmouth Mary Lifeboat Facebook page, and we can get you still on the list. There is still 2 or 3 spaces, so if you want to come and try to knock the Nomads off the trophy, then feel free to get in touch with us.
Well, there's some good competition from the likes of, first of all, as we said, the 4 lifeboat crews. There's a rugby team, a gym, a hair salon, island aggregates, farmers, and all sorts. And there's even Castletown ale drinkers, Sarah, which I think, I get the impression that they might do quite well at this. Have you ever done a tug of war before, Sarah?
I've done one before, but it was a very long time ago. But I was trying to think about this, and I felt like I'd done a tug of war recently, and I realised, actually, I just watched an episode of Downton Abbey recently where there was a tug of war, I think, and I felt like I was part of it. I mean, I was so immersed that it felt like I was in the tug of war. So that's my most recent memory. But that was the episode where they were down at the fair, and I think they competed against some of the village boys, the Downton staff from below stairs, as it were. And this sounds like it's going to be the same kind of old-fashioned kind of fun as well. I know that there'll be lots of stalls with tombola, bottle tombola. Gosh, it's ages since I've taken part in a bottle tombola, souvenirs and cake. It all sounds like really kind of a lovely sort of, it just sounds so cute and quaint and lovely. I'm getting really sort of sweet vibes from it, Kirsty.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and we're really lucky that we've been able to get some corporate sponsorship as well from Excel Construction Limited and Corfix, who have jointly come together to give us some sponsorship. They're actually going to provide T-shirts for each member of the team that takes part in the tug of wars as well, so they'll all have matching T-shirts. So we're really looking forward to that. That's exciting, helping to cover some of our costs and stuff. But just their support's been amazing to try and, you know, help build this event, because obviously it does take a lot of effort to pull all these things together, and it's great to have sponsorship like that. 8-Man Adventure Park have also given us a voucher, so if you've got kids, then they can do a treasure trail. They'll go along the stalls, collect whatever letters they'll see on the stalls, rearrange it into a phrase which is RNLI related, of course, and then you enter your submission for that in at the reception tent, and they'll get put into a draw to win an adult and a child trip on the lower course at 8-Man as well. So yeah, we've been really lucky with some sponsorship from local companies as well, which has been great.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh, that's so good to hear.
And have you noticed, Kirsty isn't even aware when she's dropping in all these brilliant puns, like pull it all together. Oh, it's great. And David, of course, this is raising money for RNLI, which is very important. And at this time of year, I'm guessing it's more crucial than ever that people are a bit more water aware and aware of sea safety, really, isn't it?
I mean, with COVID, it's been a difficult time for the RNLI on the island because, of course, we have to be careful about who goes into lifeboats and whatever. No fundraising to speak of for a long time, either here or across, and that, of course, has made life more difficult. And yet, of course, the risks are even greater in many ways, because during COVID, people have been going out on their own sometimes and doing things, and you know, we've got to be able to respond. So it's an opportunity to help get people together to start putting us back in order again, I think.
Absolutely. So just remind us again then, Kirsty, the details of when this is happening, and also if anyone wants to try and take on one of these teams in the tug of war.
Yeah, so it's happening this Sunday on Chapel Beach, Port St Mary. The stalls will open from 2 o'clock. The main event starts at 3. We'll run through until about 6 o'clock when we'll have the final, and then the presentation by the Lieutenant Governor as well, which is great. And if you're interested, basically it's open to men and women over the age of 18. We need 6 people in a team plus a reserve if you've got one, and probably the easiest way is to get in touch is through Port St Mary Lifeboat Facebook page. Send us a private message through there and we can get the form to you. Alternatively, you can go on and just Google RNLI All Island Beach Tug of War, and it will take you to our webpage, and it's got the application form for the teams on there.
And the weather let you down last time.
You
do control the weather, Kirsty Pendlebury. So are you going to make it good for this weekend?
Oh, it better be. Honestly, it's had a really good talking to this week. I'm not having any messing from it this time round.
You're going to be in big trouble.